All right, all right. What's up, everybody? What's up, cuz?
What's up, cuz?
Man, this damn, I will say, man, Oklahoma is windier than Texas. Like, you know that was possible, but it is
Yeah,
possible.
I do know that. Yes, I've always felt that Oklahoma was really, really windy. Is this? There's just not a lot of good things that come from wind. Like
It is, it's terrible. Like, so I was running this morning, downwind, good to go. Into that wind, especially when a low heart rate, man, you just start trotting into the wind and your heart rate climbs.
yep.
Nuts, nuts.
I got my call with my coach today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, she's great. I mean the biggest thing and is really just, getting into the process and following the process and having a plan and, giving feedback and, keep tweaking it. I've done it long enough with her that like she knows how to tweak things. I don't question anything. I just get after it and if I have questions, I ask, and you know, she points in the right direction, and it's good. It's a good thing, man. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to that time in March, man. It's gonna be incredible.
yeah, it is hands
A
down.
lot of fun. What's up, everybody, man? Thank you guys for jumping in with Mr. Jay Kinder and myself. Any questions, anything on your mind, throw it into the comments, and we will love to dive in and explore anything kind of where you guys may be stuck. Here we are. It's just going to get even more challenging over the next couple weeks as we move deeper into the fourth quarter. We always say Q4 is the most challenging quarter of the year because there are so many distractions as we get into mid-November and then throughout December. So making sure you guys have everything dialed in, clear on priorities, clear on, really right now is the best time to be planning for 22 because most of your energy and effort and activities are going to be revenue for Q1 and into next year. So yeah, get it dialed in. How are things, man? I got into Coach Burt's monster program, where he does the Monday calls and then the monthly on Wednesday, and it's been fantastic, man. How have things been with you in the one-on-one capacity with Coach Burt?
We've been a little we've been a little hit and miss on that. So we haven't connected. I think I've got a call with him later this week to kind of get back on track with where we are on all that. Like he's assigning us stuff as we go. So a lot of the stuff that's happening there, he's just making assignments and whatnot. So I've been trying to capture all of that and put it in one place, ultimately to give it out to this entire group is kind of the intention. But
Yeah,
he's got so much stuff; it's kind of overwhelming.
yeah. It's good, man. It's a lot of repetitive, and it's just like what Vern always taught us, right? Have a handful of rules, repeat yourself often, and
Yep.
and
That's
so
very true.
it's really good. And so yesterday on the Monday call, he goes, "I'm going to keep saying the same thing until all of you are executing." He goes, "All of you ain't going to be executing, so I'm never not going to keep saying the same thing." So he's really good about having a handful of things and repeating himself often, which is what we need.
Yep.
And he talks about the law of diffusion, and it's such a great reminder to apply to everything, right? So I was on a call with the Fosters and Scott Vosberg and kind of their head of head of sales this morning, and they were talking about a training. They have their organization, but only X number of people showed up. And I said, well, let's do the math on that. Does that fall into the law of diffusion? And it sure did. Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get frustrated and we're like, hey, man, why aren't more people on? And it's just understanding that they haven't been reminded enough. They haven't had enough touches. They haven't had enough success stories. They haven't had enough examples. So that law of diffusion really applies to so many things, and it could could help stop some frustrations that you have with people and understand that they haven't been touched enough to move into whatever it is that you're trying to move them into. So it's just it's a great model to throw everything against. And I think that's even into agent attraction efforts, right? Really
For
trying
sure.
to grow your team is that some agents see it right away, right? So think about, the 100 people that you've recruited over the years. How many like just signed up? Just a handful?
Yeah, just a handful for
And
sure.
then how many of you had a couple calls that signed up? And how many have you had 15 to 20 calls that finally sign up? And it's
Right.
just understanding where people are different on that on that law of diffusion path.
Yep. It is absolutely. There's some that it takes a lot more effort, and some that move over right away. Some that the average is probably 60 days or whatever. But yeah, there's definitely it's not a one case fits all.
Mm-mm. No. And so it's just a great reminder, not getting frustrated with it. We've talked about it all the time. We believe they're all coming. It's just a matter of time. And if you really believe that, then you just know you just got to keep adding value, keep adding value, keep adding value, keep adding value, and touching. And it's just a matter of time. And if you stop adding value, you stop touching and following up. When they do come, they might not be coming with you.
Yep. Very true. Very true.
Very true. Cool, man. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. I know we got a little getaway in a couple weeks, and then we're off to back, man, off to Vegas after a week in St. Thomas. Gonna definitely need a break after that.
You know that. Yeah, I got St. Thomas and then straight to Vegas. So that'll be. You going to Vegas too, right? Or no?
Yep, yep.
Yep. We all.
Flying Monday. We got Coach Bird on Monday, so
Yep.
that'll be fun. Are you traveling Sunday or are you traveling Monday?
Traveling Monday.
Oh boy. Yep, it'll be the same. So it'll be good. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? I know you have a ton of conversations with agents, across the planet these days. So kind of what any common themes, things that you're kind of seeing or hearing?
Um, Man, no, man. What I feel like is people are really. I mean, people are jamming right now. I feel like there's just so many good little groups within our group, right? That are I was
Yeah.
on with Sekou yesterday, last night with his group. Man, people are just. I feel like people are getting plugged in. Not everybody, again, law of diffusion, but a, a lot of folks are doing really well, doing their planning, things that just didn't used to happen before. There's so many people echoing the right things that if you're really serious about this business, it's hard not to be successful. Um, so nothing out of the ordinary. In terms of agent attraction, always have folks that are looking to get clarity and get questions answered for three-way calls, stuff like that. Um, and a lot of excitement around this app, which we've got a big call today that I think will move the needle quite a bit and some clarity in that direction as well. Looking forward to being able to release that. That's going to be awesome. But nothing out of the ordinary. I noticed today that Zillow announced that they are no longer buying homes in the iBuyer program. Their stock dropped 10% yesterday almost until the end of the year anyway. So all the data that points to that decision was based on they had not ratcheted back their purchasing or the median price of purchases in markets that are starting to cool. And so the general consensus, whereas OfferPad and Open Door both have done that already, is that they basically got their head out above their skis and probably recognize that you can't be overpaying for properties at the same pace that you were paying for properties that you had priced correctly. So that'll be it's the general consensus was iBuying is hard and it's going to be here. It's not going to go away, but Zillow's definitely having some challenges with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Steve Freeman was telling me there in Atlanta that, he would go and consult with the seller and they were like, hey, this is what Zillow's offering. He was like, take it, take it. Like, I can't even position your home and follow the process and get you that amount of money. Like, take
Right.
it while you can. And I mean, he even said, I mean, you got to, he'd been in the game for a long time, so he's seen it, all the ups and downs, and he's like, it's not sustainable. He said that, take advantage of it while you can, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, but it's just not. They're not going to be able to sustain that.
Mm-mm. They're gonna learn a lesson.
Yeah, a big lesson. For sure. What's up, everybody, man? Thank you guys for tuning in. Man, throw any questions, comments, feedback into the comment section. What really take advantage of that time. We do this every other Tuesday, coming to you guys live at a little after 11 Central every Tuesday, and we'll sit here and talk Sooner football, or go down a different rabbit holes, but we would really love to use this time to help you guys get unstuck and be clear heading forward. Speaking of Sooners, man, what about that dang, like Caleb's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely a game. I mean, I don't know what they saw in Spencer Rattler, to be honest with you. I never did really ever see the brilliance in his play. It seems like he just can't figure out how to get a good read, and he's afraid to throw the ball down the field.
The other thing too, man, the energy, right? So this goes back to leadership, and his energy versus Spencer, like that leadership energy, like the whole team changed. There's like a light flipped on when he came in and he took over. It's just like, and then that's contagious, like throughout the offense, throughout the defense. But that just goes back to even that principle within our organizations. That leadership, that energy is contagious, and it fires up, it lights everybody up around you. And that was that, I mean, we tend to look at things a little bit differently. We're, observing, all things. Thank you, Jay Abraham, funnel vision instead of tunnel vision. So we're looking at everything. And I just watched the behavior. And when he came in, and just the behavior of the players, right? Like they were just walking back to the huddle. They weren't fired up on the sidelines. And then like it changed. It was like, what just happened?
Fired up.
For sure. Speaking of another Sooner, man, CD is putting on a show.
Yeah, that ain't no lie. He's the real deal, Holyfield.
He is the real deal. He is the real deal. Hey, Jerry better be saying how grateful he is every day for that.
That was a ballsy decision to go after a receiver when we had a damn good receiving core anyway. In the first round, like that was a good move, I think.
Yeah, that was a real good move. Real good move. Man, so we've got Coach Burt coming up in Vegas. We've got EXPCon going to be there. Have you heard any projections on how many people?
Nope. Nope. I don't have any idea. I mean, I would imagine it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Being that it's Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people have been traveling. A lot of people haven't, and so there's an opportunity to get going. Mr. Dean Odell, what's up, brother? God dang, we sure miss you.
I know, man. Sure.
Any thoughts on Mastermind next year?
Man, it's a tough call, man. Without saying, I know that it's really something that has been crossed my mind a lot, is laying out next year. And so what are we planning on doing? Where do we plan on doing it? And coinciding that with other things that, the other things that we have, that are going to be things we need to attend. Right.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's, one fashion or another.
Yeah, it's gotta happen. I mean, it's gotta happen. I know we've been trying to get after it for 2 years, so it is definitely time. Really, it's all about creating that experience, creating the room to where you can collapse time, and being able to put a room together of some of the best agents and minds and talent on the planet. And think about the room in Cincinnati, think about the room, both Key West, and look at the impact that those conversations, that those rooms had on who are now. Go look at the list at EXP, and look at what they've done since that time, right?
Yep.
Man, think about that room in Cincinnati.
Great.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely powerful, definitely to have that. And we've done so many of them. We know how to create that experience to where you collapse time and you come out a changed human being when you leave those rooms.
Yep. 100%. See things differently.
Yeah, you really do. You really, really do. Yeah, I can't, guys, just anything's on your mind, throw it into the comments. The biggest thing, working with everybody right now, making sure everybody is crystal clear on 22. I think crystal clear on, kind of our mantra always has been, finish strong, run through the finish line. Don't be that sprinter that takes the foot off the gas.
Yep.
Can you guys hear us? Somebody said no audio. 87 Kevin, can you hear us?
Okay. Sound is gone all of a sudden out of nowhere. That's weird.
No, we can can't hear anymore.
That seems to be only on YouTube.
Yep. Well, his is okay. Loud and clear on Facebook. Okay.
On Facebook.
Sorry about that. Audio good here. Thanks, Dean. All right, cool.
Two on YouTube can hear us too. So cool.
Yeah, working with everybody dialed in right now is really just being clear and really getting down to those daily targets.
What is it?
I can hear. We're good to go.
All right. Yeah, man. It to us, I think it's something that we're so used to doing. I think for others, maybe not everyone is, but like you better have a decision making process going into and a plan and a clarity. We say it every time. Like, I can't imagine.
Share that study. I think this is so important for everybody to get the statistics and the study on this with that. I can't hear this enough.
It was in the Atomic Habits was the book it was in, and it was a study that was done on basically 3 different cohorts of people. One set, they came in, they let them watch a video on getting in shape, working out, the benefits of doing so. Then they asked them to tell them when they were going to work out, or actually they didn't ask them anything. They said, next week you're going to come back, tell us how they'll tell us how long they worked out for, or whatever, what they did. And then the next cohort of people that came in was the ones that they showed the same motivational video, and then they said, tell us when and where you're going to work out, give us your plan for what you're going to do next week, and then come back and report it. And the folks that showed the motivational video versus another cohort of people that didn't see any video about motivation to work out. So they tracked those 100 people, what they did. And actually the people that saw the motivational video, the percentage of those people that actually did something was less than what the people who didn't even see the video. So it was proof that motivation doesn't change the outcome. But the 3 times more people in the third set that watched the same motivational video, but then also laid out their plan for what they were going to do that next week. 3 times more people. It was a 3x multiplier. So pretty ridiculous difference in just the having clarity and a plan and having thought through with intention of what you were going to actually do. And so it's the only way I know how to operate. So
it's moving. We have to be you have to be crystal clear and transparent and truthful of where you're at, right? That's knowing the starting
Honest
position
evaluation.
where we're. What's that?
A lot of people don't want to do that honest evaluation to start.
No, they don't. They don't. They want to just keep their head in the sand. They don't want to be honest. But the truth sets us on the path. And so the path that we want to go is getting from wherever we're at to wherever we want to go. And it's Peter Senge talks about it in the fifth discipline, right? You got to know those two things. And some of the work and stuff that we did with Clay, it's A to B. A to B. There's a bunch of A to Bs. We maybe have a B that's the vision, that's the BHAG, that's 5 years, but there's an A to B for this month, there's an A to B for this week, there's an A to B for today. Like you have a set number that you have to hit today, but there's always a Herbie in the way of A to B. There's always Herbie. And so if you guys haven't gone through Eli Goldratt's book, The Goal, he breaks down, it's the theory of constraints. And everything that we do in our life, there is a constraint. It's like a kink in the water hose. And so when you're truthful and transparent and honest, you get to see where the kink is that's slowing you down to get from your A to your B. Your A to your B for the day, your A to your B for the week, for the month, for the year, the quarter, the year, 5 year, 10 year, whatever that is. And so you just got to look, and then you got to shine the light. And Mark Chesley 101, right? What we reveal, we can heal. And we're just trying to find out where Herbie's at so we can move him and we can get to point B. Now, when we get to point B, that becomes point A, and now we get to a new point B. Herbie's going to be hanging out somewhere.
Right. He'll be in the way. This little fat ass.
You gotta kick him around. You got to kick them around, get them moving. And so, that's just where you guys are at. And I've been thinking a lot about this, here lately, and then obviously diving in with Coach Burt. And he's like, you can't get pro level status with amateur habits. You can't achieve, if you want to make 500K a year, you're not going to get there with $10 an hour behavior, $10 habits. So, like, are your behaviors, your actions in alignment to where it is you want to go? And for most, it's not, right? They want, they want to make $250,000, but yet they're behaving on, $10, $12 an hour, behavior and actions and habits. And so, man, you gotta take that self-evaluation, and that's that shining that light. That's looking, in the mirror, exactly where you're at.
Yep.
What up, Jana? Yeah, man, it is. It's, I talked about it at Build, man. It's the right things, right order, the sequence, got to know the destination. What's the model in pursuit? The right plan, the right strategy, solving the right problem, and then making sure that you've got the team, the people around you that can execute on it. All right. So for all of you guys tuning in, we've got, how many people now are committed for March?
I don't know the number.
At least half a dozen or more, right? That will actually go through it.
Yeah. I think there's at least that many. 6 or 7. I want to say 7.
Cool. So for all of you guys listening in, we're Puerto Rico, Ironman, half Ironman, 70.3, March 20th, and we've got 7 or 8 that are committed and going through the process. Everybody's taking it serious, and I appreciate that. It's just like I told everybody from day one, is that if you guys put in the work, and this applies to our business, right? That event day will be fun, right? It'll be a blast. Like, we will have a great epic time if you put in the hard work. And I think that's like with anything, that we're doing, is that daily putting in that work. hitting those milestones, hitting that workout, right? Hitting that target. And then it's just a collection of those wins over time that make that experience what it's going to be. I already know it's going to be epic. And it's just I'm really looking forward to March.
Me too, man. Me too.
Cool, guys. Well, we won't drag you guys along here. If you do have any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to us. And it's what Cuz and I jump on here, to add value to all of you, help you guys get unstuck. And we hope you guys are clear. You've got a solid plan in place, and you're committed to take action every day.
Yep, get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Cool, Cuz. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys. Let's get it.